I start this video in the name of God, the most merciful and the most magnificent. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Usman Ali Khan and you are watching Astrological Guidance. In today's video, our topic is monthly prediction of November 2025 for all the Capricorn Ascendant people. So first of all, we will talk about Sun for all the Capricorn Ascendant people. Sun is the controller of your 8th house, and right now Sun is transiting from your 10th house in the sign of Libra. 8th house deal with your secret, your secrecy, your longevity, your chronic diseases, your ups and downs in life, major transformations, secretive relationships, secretive activities, your sexual organs, sexual relationship, long-term chronic diseases are also represented by 8,000. Hidden things, astrology, tarot, and all of these things are represented by 8,000. Unearned money is also represented by 8,000. So the 8,000 Lord is right now transiting from your 10th house in the sign of Libra. 8th house is also considered as a one of the naturally malefic house. 6, 8, and 12th house in astrology. So being because most of the problem are associated with these houses. So 8th house Lord being transiting from your 10th house, there are chances you may have to face some disturbing result at your workplace till 15th, especially 16th of November till Sun is transiting from your 10th house in the sign of Libra. Although Venus will join Sun into your 10th house, means Venus is about to move from your 9th house to your 10th house around 2nd November, in the beginning of November. So you will have the support, but still your co-worker, your colleagues, and your bosses may try to create conspiracy against you and may give you hard time till 16th of November. So try to be careful regarding all of that matters. After 16th of November, Sun will move from your 10th house to your 11th house in the sign of Scorpio. So when your 5th house, 8th house Lord will be transiting from your 11th house in its own sign, where Mars is already transiting. Then 11th house is your gains. Your incoming gains are seen from 11th house. Your hopes and wishes, fulfillment hopes and wishes also seen from 11th house. Your support system, your elder brother and sisters also represented by 11th house. So being your 8th house not transiting from your 11th house, there are high possibility if your money is somewhere stuck right now or you are expecting money from previously from someone or some institution, then there will be a high possibility after 16th of November you will get that money because 11th house Lord is right now moving in the 11th house in its own sign, in the sign of Scorpio Mars. And Sun, your 8th house Lord will join 11th house after 16th of November. So as we discussed previously, unexpected event may trigger and you may get the gain from your stuck money from the previous week. Mercury is right now transiting from your 11th house, and there will be a three major astrological events in the month of November. First, Mercury is about to turn into its retrograde motion into your 11th house around 9th November. Secondly, Jupiter is about to turn into its retrograde motion into your 7th house, where Jupiter has just moved from your 6th house to your 7th house. Thirdly, Saturn is about to turn into its direct motion into your third house around 28th of November. But we will cover a separate video for each transit, but right now you just need to know there will be a three major astrological events in the month of November. So Mercury is about to turn into its retrograde motion into your 11th house around 9th November, and Mercury is the controller of your 9th house and your 6th house. So when 6th house Lord will be transit from your 6th house Lord will be transit from your 11th house. So what is 6th house? 6th house is your court case litigations, your arguments, your fights, your daily routine in context of work, your loans, your debt, etc. etc. So being your 6th house Lord transiting from your 11th and about to turn into its retrograde motion. If you are facing some court case, litigation, argument into your life, you need to be very careful till Mercury will be moving in its retrograde motion. Although 6 from 6 is your is the best place for the 6th house lord in the 11th house, means you will gain from your enemy, but still Mercury will be in its retrograde motion. Try to be very careful when you're signing something, when you're committing to something, or you are signed up for a job and you need to be thoroughly read all the agreement. There are chances you may indulge into some mistake because of Mercury being into its retrograde motion. Mercury also controller of your ninth house is your education, your religious matter, your religious inclination. So being your ninth house and sixth house lord planning from 11th house, there is a high possibility you will be able to stabilize your result, but still you need to be very careful. If you're in education line, means doing some higher education, then you need to be very careful. If you have any activities of regarding exercise, or you have a coach mentor in your life, then you will have to be careful after 9th of November with them, because ninth house of education, house of teacher, mentor is controlled by Mercury, and Mercury is about to turn into its retrograde motion into your 11th house. Venus is the controller of your 10th house and your fifth house, and right now Venus is moving into your ninth house. And as we discussed previously in sun section, Venus is about to move into its own sign into your 10th house around 2nd November. Means in the beginning of November, Venus will be transiting in its own sign. So your 10th house will be in a strong position, being your fifth house lord. Fifth house is your mental abilities, your planning abilities, your girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, how smart you are, how genius you are, how fast you can learn things. And 10th house is the house of career, house of job, house of authority, house of skills, job skills, how good you are into your work, how far you can go into your career scene from your 10th house. So 10th house and 5th house lord being in a strong position in the month of November will give you tremendous amount of good results, because your sun will be transiting from, because sun is still transiting from your 10th house to 16th of November, and Venus will give you support regarding your 8th house difficulty, being sun is the 8th house lord, and 5th house with your mental ability will be very supportive to you. So all the conspiracy, all the difficulty you will face at your workplace will be diminished, will be minimized by the support of Venus into your 10th house. If your work is somehow connected to media, acting, because fifth house is media, fifth house is acting, fifth house is the visual representation of you. Cinema is seen from a fifth house, fun activity seen from fifth house. So if your work and is related to cinema, acting, and working, then there will be a high possibility you will have great result in the month of November. Secondly, fifth house will be your children. If you have children right now, you are married and you have children, or you are unmarried and you have children, then there will be a great progress into your children's life in the month of November. In the month of November, especially after 2nd of November, when Venus will transit to your 10th house in its own sign. Venus will also aspect from your 10th house to your 4th house, is the house of home comfort, your homeland, your mother's relationship, your hobbies, how you will live with hobbies, how much comfort you will have in your life is seen from your 4th house. So be your 5th house lord sitting into your 10th house and aspecting 4th house will be create a very beneficial position for you regarding your home, your conveniences, related matter, your vehicles and properties. Also, 4th house represent important aspect of your emotional being. So if you are facing some turbulence, because Mars is moving into your 11th house, its own sign. But although will be Mercury is about to turn into its retrograde motion, so there are chances you may indulge with your hobbies regarding your communication difficulty, regarding your communication battle. So this will create a benefit position for you people. Venus aspecting your 4th house of comfort, house of emotional satisfaction, and 4th house Lord will be transiting from the house of gain. So eventually you will be able to gain something from your workplace turbulence if anyone tried to create conspiracy against you, and secondly, you will have great result if you have any emotional turbulence in the month of November. So we can expect these results for all the Capricorn Ascendant people in the month of November. For today's video, monthly prediction of November 2025 for all the Capricorn Ascendant ends here. I hope you will like this video, and this video will prove very beneficial for you. And if you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video. Till then, take care. See ya.